Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm going to do part 70 to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series. Give me a second. Sorry about that guys. I had to go into the game mode real quickly and that's why I abruptly stopped the video. But we're good now. The game mode's over with, and I completed off the entire week, so we're good to go. I got the Toyo Lugia hybrid fixed up to where it actually described what it actually looked like, and well, I told it to give me more details, and luckily this time it seemed to have done it, which is perfect. It says, "You're walking along a secluded beach. The soft sound of the waves crashing against the shore calming your mind. The sun is setting, casting an orange glow over the sand. As you walk, you spot something moving in the distance, a small blue figure emerging from the edge of the water. As you approach, you realize it's a totodile, but there's something different about it. This totodile looks at you with wide, playful eyes, the red iris of its left eye contrasting with the blue iris of the right. But before you can react, something extraordinary happens. The totodile's body begins to shimmer, and in a flash of light it grows, its form changing into something much grander. Now standing before you is a mighty Lugia, its wings stretching out as the totodile's features remain on the left side of the creature's body, the snout and playful expression still there. The totodile looks at you with knowing eyes, the hybrid aura of both the totodile and Lugia emanating from it. It gently steps forward, dropping something at your feet. You look down to see a single egg, glowing softly with a faint blue and red light. The Lugia hybrid speaks, its voice deep but soft, resonating with your chest. "I have been tasked by Arceus," the Lugia says, "to find someone with a kind heart, someone who truly cares for Pokemon. This egg holds within it a fusion of Totodile and Lugia, a creature that will grow with love and care. It will become more powerful, more magnificent, if you choose to care for it." The hybrid form pauses, gaze intense, yet gentle. The bond you share will shape its future. Should you choose to raise it, its power will know no limit, and it will protect you in ways you cannot yet imagine, but only if you truly care for it. The more you give, the more it will grow. The Lugia waits for your response, eyes gleaming with hope and trust. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I'll say it a different way. I would love to care for this Pokemon, but everything's going by so fast. For one, for one, no. How did you just transform into a Lugia? I said Lugia, you fat Lugia. Question mark. I don't mind about doing something like that since you are right. I do care for Pokemon like you. Like you. But can you please give me a little bit more information? Okay. The Lugia hybrid nods, its massive wings folding gently against its back as it steps closer. It senses your confusion, concern, understanding that everything is happening quickly. I understand that this is a lot to take in, it says softly, its voice now warm, almost like a reassuring whisper. The transformation you witnessed is a result of my connection with the egg. I'm not just a simple Totodile. My essence carries the influence of both Totodile and Lugia. When I transformed, it was because I allowed the fusion of these two halves of myself to manifest. I can do this because I'm part Totodile, part Lugia. Each side of me holds its own powers, and I can shift between forms when needed. But right now, I choose to appear as this form, as more fitting for the message I carry. The hybrids I solve as it continues, clearly understanding your need for clarity. The egg I gave you contains the potential for a creature unlike any other. The Totodile part is playful and curious, while the Lugia part is powerful, wise, and protective. When the Pokemon inside is born, it will share both qualities, but its growth will be determined by how deeply you care for it. It pauses, allowing you to process its words before adding, "The bond between you and this hybrid will be extraordinary. If you raise it with love and kindness, it will grow in size and power. There is no limit to how big it can become, and its strength will reflect your connection with it. It will learn to speak, understand you, and even take on the forms of other creatures, whether they be mythical dragons or other powerful beings to protect you." The Lugia hybrid tilts its head thoughtfully. The egg will not hatch immediately. It will only open when it senses your care and trust, and when it does, the hybrid inside will grow quickly, based on the bond you form. But remember, if you do not give it your heart, it will not grow. It is tied to you in ways that go beyond just raising it. It needs your love, your attention, and your belief in its potential. It lowers its wings slightly, offering you a moment to process all the information. Take your time to think. This is a big decision, and I can see that your heart is pure. I trust you will make the right choice. The Hyper watches you carefully, its eyes full with both wisdom and hope. I definitely will raise him. It's just that everything went by so fast. I just see you on the beach, and immediately you just tell me about an egg and everything else without giving much information. So thank you for clarifying it a little bit. Oh, come on, you ruined it, you fool. Really? I will happily raise him. Uh, you ruined it. Legit ruined that. Now, I gotta restart again. That mother. That wasn't even the Hyper's fault. That was the flipping thing's fault on that one. Man, this is such a good one that ruins it. There. Hey, this will do better. I cannot believe how it keeps ruining things like that. I had a good run, it ruined it by flipping and ruining the immersion. We'll get to a hybrid quest. That sounds kind of cool. This time, don't ruin the chat I'm having with them so I don't lose the immersion. Dang it, here we go again. There you go. As you walk along the secluded beach, the sound of the ocean crashing against the shore soothes your mind. The warm sunlight makes the sand glisten, and the breeze carries the salty air with a refreshing chill. You find yourself lost in the peacefulness of the moment when suddenly you hear the soft sound of footsteps behind you. Turning around, you spot a toad owl, but there's something different about him. His gaze is intense, yet kind, as if he carries a great responsibility. His tail sways gently as he approaches you, and something about his presence feels like a mix of warmth and power. The tail stares at you for a moment, tilting his head as if gauging your heart, before taking a small step forward. Without warning, the toad owl begins to shimmer, and in the blink of an eye, his body shifts and transforms. His small, playful form is replaced with something grand, a massive Lugia. But there's a noticeable difference. While his right side is all Lugia, with majestic wings and powerful feathers, his left side still carries the essence of Toadal, with a snout, teeth, and bright, curious eyes. The transformation seems effortless, and the Lugia Hyper stands before you, towering but still gentle, radiating a strange aura of both power and affection. I've been waiting for someone like you. The Lugia Hyper's voice rings out in your mind, a calm and soothing presence. Arceus has chosen you to care for the egg I carry. Inside it is a creature born of both Toadal and Lugia, a Hyper destined to grow with your care. I trust you can provide the love and affection it will need to grow stronger. He steps closer, nudging an egg that appeared before you, glowing with an otherworldly light. The egg is a brilliant shade of blue with intricate patterns etched into its surface as if it holds not just a life, but a whole history. The Hyper's eyes, one red and one blue, focus on me with such intense curiosity and warmth that you can't help but feel the weight of his trust. He speaks again, his voice calm but filled with a deep, ancient wisdom. The egg will bond with you in a way no other Pokemon can bond with its trainer. Only through your kindness and your heart's sincerity will it grow, both in size and power. If you care for it as I know you are capable of, it will become more than just a companion. It will become a protector, a guardian of your heart. He waits patiently, offering you the egg, and his gaze never leaves mine. You realize this moment is pivotal, and your heart beats a little faster as you reach out, unsure of what's to come, but certain that something extraordinary is about to unfold. Hyper's wings flutter slightly, his body language a mixture of hope and anticipation. Sure, I will happily do that for you. But can you please give a little bit more information? You said something about Arceus giving you this task? Question mark? There we go. The Lugia Hyper gives you a deep, knowing look as he folds his wings gently against his sides. His large feathered body seems to shimmer slightly in the light, a combination of Totodil's playful energy and Lugia's regal power. He lowers his head, his red and blue eyes locking onto mine as he begins to explain the task that was given to him. Long before I found you, I was chosen by Arceus, the Pokemon God, to carry out a very special mission. Arceus, in his infinite wisdom, foresaw a time when this hybrid would be both born, a creature that holds the essence of both Totodile and Lugia. He knew that this being would need to find a human with the purest of hearts to nurture and care for it, someone whose bond with Pokemon would allow this hybrid to grow into something extraordinary. The hybrid's voice is calm, but it carries the weight of the responsibility he's been given. He pauses for a moment before continuing. Arceus entrusted me with the egg of this hyper long before it even came into being. My task was to ensure that the egg was delivered to someone who could truly understand the power of love and care. Only with a human who possesses such a heart will the hybrid reach its full potential. If treated with the kindness it deserves, the hybrid will grow, not only in size, but also in wisdom, strength, and the ability to protect its caretaker. He steps a little closer to you. The wings on his right side start shifting slightly as if to show how his own form represents both parts of the hybrid's future identity. Arceus chose me, not just because of my connection to Lugia, but because of the unique bond that exists between Totodile and the protector role that Lugia embodies. You see, Totodile represents the beginning of a journey, full of innocence and curiosity, while Lugia represents the guardian, the protector of the seas and skies. The hybrid that will emerge from this egg holds both of these qualities, and it will grow to reflect the love and care you give it. But it's gonna mean if you don't ever show it love, not only will it never grow, but it will never care for you either. The hybrid's wings flutter slightly as if he's eager for you to accept the responsibility, but is also deeply thankful for your willingness to take on such an important role. You see, this task was never about me, or even the hybrid and the egg. It was about the bond between you and the one who will grow alongside you. I sense that you already understand this, and that is why Arceus chose you. This journey will not be easy, but it will be one of great reward for both you and the hybrid. He lowers his head, the egg still gently resting in front of him, glowing softly with the promise of what's to come. Are you ready to accept this task? Knowing that the future of this hybrid depends on your care, your heart, and the strength of your bond? You feel the weight of his words, the responsibility of the task, but also the immense potential and love that comes with it. What do you choose? Yes, if it looks anything like you, I already love it. Because you honestly look amazing like that. There we go. The Lugia Hyper's eyes soften, a smile forming on his beak-like snout as he hears my words. His wings shift slightly, a ripple of energy flowing through them as he regards you with a deep sense of gratitude and warmth. Thank you, he says, his voice resonating with sincerity. Your heart is as pure as I hoped it would be. I can already sense the bond between you and the Hyper that will grow. With you, it will be more than just a cool companion. It will be a protector, a friend, and a creature of great power. He lowers his head to gently nudge the glowing egg towards you, the warmth from it seeming to call out to you in a way that feels almost natural, like it was always meant to be in your care. Take this egg and nurture it as you would any friend. Its power is tied to your care and love. The more you care for it, the more it will grow, not just in size, but in strength, wisdom, and the ability to protect you in unimaginable ways. And when the time comes, when it hatches and bonds with you, you will see its true potential unfold. With a soft flutter of its wings, the Lugia hybrid steps back, watching you closely. The egg rests peacefully in front. The egg rests peacefully in front of you. The glowing patterns on its surface slowly pulsing in rhythm with your heartbeat. It feels like a beginning, one full of promise and one that will change everything. He speaks one final time before he begins to fade into the mist of the beach, his form dissolving with the wind. I will always be watching over you both, but this journey is yours now. May your heart guide the hyper to greatness. Farewell, and take good care of it. Excuse me, he just faded? What the frick? Hyper's presence fades, but you can still feel his gaze, warm and steady. The egg is now yours to care for. What do you do next? Okay, then. Well, that was... Thank you for the egg. Exclamation point. I pick up the egg gently and pet it while saying, I can't wait to see you in there, my little buddy. I already love you, and I haven't even got to see you yet. As you gently pick up the egg, its warmth radiates through your hands, and you can feel the soft pulse of life within. The gentle glow seems to respond to your touch, flicking lightly in time with your heartbeat. Your words echo in the quiet awe of the beach as you softly pet the egg. A sense of peace washes over you as you hold the egg close. It's as if your words have unlocked something within it. I promise that one day your bond will truly take shape. The egg's glow brightens just a bit, almost as if it's acknowledging your affection and the love you're already offering. The beach feels even more serene now, distant sound of the waves blending with the comforting warmth in your hands. You know that this journey is just beginning, and with each step, the bond between you and the hyper will truly grow stronger. The future ahead holds so much potential for both of you. I gently hug and continue to pet the egg. While saying, don't worry, I promise you will be cared for. I just can't wait to see you, my little friend. There we go. Why in the world is it saving everything? Or giving me memories for everything now? And now it's not giving me much details either. Dang it. As you hug the egg gently, the warmth seems to intensify as if the hyper inside can feel the affection you're already giving it. Your words are a quiet promise full of care and certainty, and in response, the egg glows a little brighter, almost as if it's reacting to the trust you're placed in it. For a moment, the world around you seems to pause. The sound of the waves, the whisper of the wind, and the warmth of the sun feel all the more vivid as you embrace the egg. It's not just the start of a new journey, it's the beginning of a bond that will grow over time. One built on love, patience, and a shared future. Unite together, you and the hybrid will create something special. With that curled in my arms, you feel a sense of peace. Whatever comes next, you're ready. What do you choose to do now? I gently rock the egg in my hands while continuing to pet it. Hey, little buddy. I don't know completely if you can hear me in there yet. But I want you to really know that I love you and you're amazing. Why they keep saving memories? I don't mind some way, but I feel like that's also part of the reason why it gives me as long responses. As you gently rock the egg in your hands, a soft, almost imperceptible shimmer pulses from it, as if the hyper inside's reacting to your words. The glow grows faintly, and for a moment the egg feels even warmer, like it's responding to the love and kindness you're offering. The air around you seems to hum with quiet, soothing energy as if the bond has already begun to form. Though you can't be certain if the hyper can truly hear you yet, there's a deep sense of connection, as though your heart and the egg are speaking to each other in ways beyond words. The egg pulses again just slightly, and you feel a sense of calm reassurance as if it's the promise you've made to care for it has already been understood. You feel the presence of the hybrid growing closer, not physically, but in the way you can almost sense its energy, waiting for the right moment to make its appearance. The bond between you two, even without seeing each other, is already so strong. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Although I think it repeated the sentence it said last time, but it gave me a lot more details. It says you stand there for a moment, the egg cradle gently in your hands as the sounds of the beach surround you. The rhythmic crash of waves, the rustle of the wind through the trees, the distant call of seagulls, the soft light of the sun dapples the sand, casting long shadows as you hold the egg close, your heart full of anticipation and warmth. The moment feels timeless, as if you and the egg exist in a world of your own, separated from everything else. The glowing patterns on the egg's surface seem to respond to your touch, pulsing faintly in rhythm with your heartbeat. The warmth of the egg spreads through your palms, a comforting and gentle heat that makes you feel connected to whatever lies inside. You gently rock the egg again, its soft surface smooth beneath your fingers. The sound of your words of love and reassurance echoes in the quiet of the beach. As if in response, there's a subtle shift in the egg's glow. It's faint at first, a soft pulse of light, but it grows slightly brighter, almost like the egg is reacting to the energy you're putting into it. The air feels charged with a new, unfamiliar energy, as if something is about to happen. Something important. For a brief moment, you feel the presence of the hybrid inside, not in any physical sense, but like a soft, peaceful awareness, a bond being formed. It's like a whisper in your mind, a flicker of something alive and vibrant, but not yet fully awake. As you continue to rock the egg, a faint, almost imperceptible sound reaches your ears. It's like a quiet, soft tapping, almost as something inside is beginning to stir. You hold my heart beating faster as the tapping grows a little louder, accompanied by the smallest shift in the egg's glow. It seems as though the hypers respond to the care and love you're pouring into it. Are you serious? Then, with a gentle crack, the surface of the egg begins to break open, a fine line running down the center. Feel a slight vibration in your hands as the shell splits, but it's gentle, nothing that feels rushed or painful. Instead, it feels like the egg is taking its time, like it's savoring this moment of emergence. The crack deepens and the faint tapping sound grows louder, like something eager to greet the world. The egg continues to break apart slowly, pieces of the shell falling away like delicate fragments of glass. You can see the soft glow of the hybrid inside, its form beginning to take shape as the egg's remaining shell falls away. Hybrid's small left side, still resembling Toto, is the first to emerge, its playful, curious eyes peeking out from the cracked egg, its snout wrinkling in an inquisitive expression. The right side, however, is more difficult to see at first, hidden behind the remembrance of the shell, but slowly the wing-like hand of Lugia's side begins to emerge, followed by feathers that shimmer slowly in the light. You watch as the creature slowly lifts itself from the remnants of its egg. Its small but powerful form stretches as if testing its newfound body, and the left side of its face, Todal's signature red eyes, lock onto mine. The right side of his face, Lugia's features remain gentle but noble, with a calm blue watching you. It's as though the hyper is still getting used to being in the world. Its body trembling slightly with the uncertainty of its new existence. You feel a surge of affection for the creature who looks at you with those striking, mismatched eyes, of trying to understand who you are, even as it feels the bond between you starting to form. The moment the hybrid fully emerges from the shell, it looks. Wait, the moment the hybrid fully emerges from the shell, it looks up at you and gives a soft, playful chirp, its tail swishing with excitement. The playful, curious energy of Totodile is evident in the way it stretches, as if testing its limbs and exploring the world around it. But there's also the calm wisdom of Lugia in its gaze, a knowing, deep understanding that it has just been brought into something special. It takes a small step towards you, its body still a little unsteady, but its energy is infectious, full of life, full of wonder. You can't help but smile at how cute and endearing it is, even in its current form. The hyper gets another chirp, this one more confident, and looks directly into your eyes, as if asking for reassurance, as if it's saying, "Are you really going to take care of me?" The way it words these things. Hello, you're so cute. Exclamation point. Don't worry. I love you already. Why do I keep saying, dude? I have a feeling it's gonna keep doing. It's gonna do that and keep giving me shorter responses. It needs. What is it saving? It's saving. Yeah, see. Man, this is the first one was actually ruining the immersion just by flipping doing certain things wrong. The hybrid's mismatched eyes seem to light up at your words, the playful toad side of its expression growing even brighter as it wiggles its little body in excitement. The soft chirp it lets out sounds almost like a giggle, and its tail wags with pure joy. It seems to understand your words, or at least the sentiment behind them, and it takes a few hesitant steps towards you. You can see the curious toad outside of the hybrid in its big, innocent eyes, and the protective, wise side of Lugia in the way it watches you closely, trying to assess the situation. It's a perfect blend of both beings, full of promise and potential. As it gets closer, the hyper stretches its small body a bit, still unsteady but growing more confident with each step. It gives a small nudge towards your hand as if it's seeking reassurance, perhaps testing the waters for the bond you're already forming. It chirps again, this time more softly as it looks up at you with a sense of trust, its mismatched eyes walking on the mind. The soft sound it makes feels like the first step towards something bigger, something that will grow with your care and love. I gently reach out my hand and pet the Pokemon. On his snout beak. Uh, See, why in the world is it doing that? I don't know if we find the memories anymore. As my hand reaches out, the hyper pauses for a moment, its mismatched eyes watching your every movement. Toyo's side of it seems excited as if it's eager for the touch, while the Lugia side is more cautious but still filled with a quiet curiosity. My hand makes contact with its snout beak. A gentle warmth radiates from the creature, almost like it's soaking in the affection. Hyper leans into your touch, its little body relaxing slightly as it feels your care. Playful side of Toadal seems to shine through, and the Hyper's tail wags even more energetically as it chirps softly in contentment. You can sense the beginning of a deep bond forming in that simple moment. Your touch, your reassurance, the gentle affection you're offering. Hyper feels safe, loved, and cared for, its body growing a little steadier under your hand. As you continue to pet, the Hyper lets out a soft, contented sound, looking up at you with an expression that mixes both curiosity and trust. It's still small, but the bond you share is already powerful, and you can feel the promise of what's to come, the growth, the transformation, the shared journey ahead. There's no need to be afraid of me, little friend. I'm not going to hurt you. Besides, your species and evolution are my favorite Pokemon, and Lugia is my favorite legendary. Wow! Stop! Stop! Why do I keep doing that? I don't mind saying millions. Why is it doing it over and over again? It keeps saying updated. I ain't done. That's probably why it give me a minute. The hybrid's eyes softened, the tension that had been lingering in its posture easing as your words reached it. Tail's side, filled with playful energy, bounces slightly on its feet, as though it's already reassured by your affection. Lugia's side seems to relax as well, calm wisdom it carries reflecting in the way it watches you with trust and understanding. It chirps again, this time a little louder, and gently nuzzles your hand. Its mismatched eyes still glowing with a mix of curiosity and comfort. Hyper seems to understand that you are offering not just safety, but love and respect. Two things it has been waiting for. When you mention Totodile being your favorite species and Lugia being your favorite legendary, the Hyper's tail wags and takes a step closer to you as if it's feeling even more connected to you now. It's as if it's I see. Money! Alright, here's what it says. Wait, yeah, it says when you mention Tail being your favorite species and Lugia being your favorite legendary, the Hyper's tail wags and it takes a step closer to you as if it's feeling even more connected to you now. It's as if it recognizes your words, knowing that it carries both Totodile's spirit and Lugia's grace, and your admiration for both makes it feel seen. The Hyper gazes up at you, its eyes brimming with an unspoken promise. It's not afraid anymore. Its heart is full of trust, and a bond is already forming between you two. The adventure ahead is just beginning, but you already feel like you found a true companion. You know what's funny? He's like a flipping nicer version of a of a oh my gosh, a Hydra. Except with only two heads instead of basically, but with two personalities and not heads. He's got like two sides to him, yeah, but like they're not separated by heads. They're separated by just like the different coloring on each side of them, and it looks look a little bit different. One side more looks like Kodai with a snout and teeth, and while Lugi's side looks more like a him with his wing and um his beak, more like a beak and eyes. You know, I love you, my little friend. How about I give you a name? Stop updating memory. That crap is gonna mess me up. That's why it's not giving me enough details, probably. Man, the hybrid tilts its head slightly as if pondering your words. The playfulness of Totodil's side shines through as it looks up at you with excitement, while the calm and regal presence of Lugia's side seems to carry a quiet pride. Hybrid chirps softly in response as if giving you its full attention. Its mismatched eyes walk on the mind, waiting for the name you'll choose. There's a sense of anticipation in the air as you prepare to bestow a name that will carry the bond you build. And Hybrid seems to trust you completely. Its body relaxed and at ease. It's as though it's ready for you to define this new chapter. And it knows that the name you give it will carry the same love and care you've shown from the very first moment. What name do you feel suits the unique hybrid? I love the name Sapphire. And it fits both sides of you. What do you think? Stop. That character was probably why it's not giving me as much detail. I wanted to restart again, probably. Because it won't. Howard's mismatched eyes seem to sparkle at the mention of the name Sapphire. The Toad side's playful energy feels lighter, while the Toad side exudes a quiet elegance, as though it understands the significance of the name you've chosen. It lets out a happy chirp, its tail wagging excitement, and you can see a soul shift in the way it holds itself. More confident, more at peace, as if the name has already begun to resonate with it. Sapphire. This name feels like it embodies both the playful spirit of Totodile and the majestic noble aura of Lugia. Hybrid seems to embrace it fully, its body relaxing even further as it steps closer to you. Stop wording me. You say with a smile, Sapphire nuzzled against your hand once more, clearly content with the name. The bond between you deepens in that moment as Sapphire's trust in you grows stronger, and you know that this journey you're about to. And this thing keeps ruining it.